Well, hello, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are joining us around the world for the official launch press conference ahead of another, it's happening on December 2nd, so I guess this is a bit of a Christmas cracker, a magnificent show with a mouth-watering middleweight main event. The young up-and-comer, Hamzah Sheeraz, the WBC silver champion, the Commonwealth champion, unbeaten in 18 fights, puts it all on the line against a man who was once the WBC silver middleweight champion, was once a Commonwealth champion, Liam the Machine Williams. It's a fight that has got the boxing world talking, and it's a fight we're very, very excited about. December 2nd, live on TNT Sports here in the UK. And as you can see from the top table here, we've got a bit of an undercard as well. Plenty of great fights coming up, and we're going to have a little chat with everyone at the table, and we'll start with the man who is, of course, as ever, making it all happen, Hall of Fame boxing promoter Frank Warren. Frank, I'll bring you in here. Firstly, thanks for another great show, and give us your word on the main event and the show in general.
Well, thanks for all these guys. They're the ones who make the show and make it happen. Look, the main event is a cracking fight. Liam's, I think, you're ranked number 9 now in the WBC, and you're ranked number 5. This is nigh on the world title eliminator, and the winner of this will get a shot at the world title next year. But Hamzah's voted last year best young boxer by the boxing writers, best young boxer of the year. He's done everything that's been asked of him. This is a step up for him. This is a tough fight. And Liam, I know, he's just told me down there, he's going to F up our plans. So we will see. We will see if that's going to be the case. But look, this is a good fight. This is a quality fight. And I personally am looking forward to it. I used to promote Liam, and he was an exceptional fighter, as I've said. We guided him to fight for the world title. And Hamzah is our man. He's our man. He's the one we've been working with from the beginning. He's, he's what I call one of our top prospects. And as I've just said, it is a step up, but this will be, whatever way you look at it, a good fight. It's Christmas, near Christmas. It's going to be a Christmas cracker. There's no doubt about that. And we've got a fabulous undercard.
We have indeed, and Frank, I'll bring you back in to speak about the fighters individually. We'll start down the table with Raven Chapman. Raven, hello.
Hello, Dev. How are you?
I'm good. You're unbeaten in 7 fights now. This is fight number 8 for you.
Yep.
If you're defending your WBC title, it'll be defence number 3. We don't know the opponent yet, but we know what you're about. What sort of fight are you expecting?
Yeah, I'll be the nightmare before Christmas.
Great line. Well done.
We all know what I bring. I bring the excitement. I bring full-on action. I like to get involved. I can fight. I can box. I've got a dog in me as well. I want tough tests. Hopefully we can get a tough test again for the next fight. Had a tough test on my last fight. Had to overcome my first ever cut as an amateur or as a pro. So that was an interesting one, and on a very hot night in York Hall. And it's nights like that are preparing me for the bigger ones, the tougher challenges, the world title contests, and that's what I'm looking for.
I was there that night, and it was quite a horrible cut that you had, and as you said, it was very hot there that night as well.
Yeah.
Did you sort of enjoy that you had to go through that, or how did it feel?
I think, the masochist in me did enjoy it a little bit. Like I say, my manager Steffi said, you're not a proper boxer unless you've had a cut in a fight. So there you go. I'm a proper boxer now. I've had a cut. I actually got 2 cuts. So it's exciting, and I'm looking forward to seeing how Frank is going to be progressing me going forwards. I know we're looking at a few ideas for this fight, and hopefully we'll get something big.
Well, Frank, let's bring you in here. Raven's looking forward to her progress. What can you tell us?
She'll be progressed. That's what will happen. She's time with us, and we're delighted she's with us, and we think the world of her, and we want to make sure we deliver for you, and that is what's going to happen. She'll be in a good fight. It'll be a testing fight. But hopefully she'll come through it, and I'm really looking forward to next year for some really big fights. But this one will be a step up for her. But I genuinely believe she can cope with that, and that's
100%.
That's why she's with us, because we believe she's going to be the best.
And also, Raven, you are the original Queen of Queensberry. It looks like you've opened some doors. Hannah Rankin's joined the rank, Christine O'Hara. This is kind of what you wanted to do, right?
Share my title now, haven't I?
This is.
The Queens of Queensberry now.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great that, not just one other female now, but 2 females have joined the stable with me, and Hannah.
And dragged the old boy out the past.
Yeah, that's it. I like to think I played a little part in changing that, and hopefully they'll both bring the other action and show us what the girls are made of in Manchester. So I know Hannah's fighting for a world title there, and it'll be great to see other females in the ring on Queensberry.
Okay, thank you very much, Raven. We look forward to your nightmare before Christmas, as you've warned us. Let's bring in another guy who I'm sure is also trying to put on a bit of a nightmare before Christmas, Sam Noakes, unbeaten in 11 fights. You've knocked everyone out in front of you as well. You must be looking forward to getting out on a big show again.
Yeah, I'm going to have to dust my old gloves off when I get in there. But yeah, I think obviously after September, it's good to have something to focus on so quick. And yeah, just business as usual, Dev, you know the crack.
I do know the crack. Your last fight was against Karthik Kumar, and it looked like at times you really, you beat him like he stole something in there. You've got that killer instinct in there. When did you know you had that?
I don't know. Maybe I've just always been a nasty little bastard, really. I don't know. It's just in you, Dev. I think when you're in there, and obviously now you've got titles, they're trying to take something away from you. And realistically, it's my livelihood now. I've got to try and put food on the table doing this. So realistically, that's how I see it. Be this geezer, guarantee another payday, to be honest. That's how it is. I don't know how you boys think, but that's what goes through my head. Get this fight and then get another payday. So get this fight and then get another one. Hopefully, that's the plan.
Let me ask you something. I was looking on the BoxRec rankings of, and you can take BoxRec however you want to take it, but the top 5 in the UK. So let me just go through it and see if you agree. So they've got number 1, they've got Maxie Hughes. Number 2, they've got Gavin Gwyneee. They've got Craig Woodruff at number 3, Mark Chamberlain at number 4, and you are number 5. What do you think about that?
I just scraped the cut, did I? Just made it. Listen, obviously, I think the top 3 you can't really argue with. Maybe Craig Woodruff, but Gavin and Max Hughes definitely earned them positions. Me and Mark Chamberlain playing cat and mouse up and down that rankings anyway. So obviously, whenever that gets made and that comes off, we'll see who's better out there, who is really 4th and 5th. And then, I don't play too much in it. I'm just looking forward to getting back in there, keep the knockout streak going. And as I said, get paid at the end of the day. Have a good Christmas.
One more one. You've just made Gavin Gwyneee laugh there as well. What do you think of Gavin Gwyneee?
Oh, to be fair, I've had a good old chat down there. He's a lovely fella, to be honest. But as I said, Gavin's on his own path. I'm on my path. Obviously, Frank's guiding us both now anyway. And I reckon my mate Gavin's gonna win come the 2nd of December anyway. So good luck to him.
I'm not giving you any money, mind.
Well, no. We had that little agreement, didn't we, anyway, where we're going 50-50.
You are right.
Frank, let's bring you in here. Sam Noakes has done everything right so far in his career.
But he's been amazing. All knockouts. He's very underestimated. We all love him at Queensberry. He is excitement. He gets in that ring. He's excitement. He's done everything that's asked of him. Commonwealth champion, the WBC, silver champion. Yeah, that's brilliant. After 11 fights, not many people win Commonwealth titles or big titles in that short space of time, especially at the lighter weights. It's fantastic. And as I say, there's some great fights here. I know Gavin's on board, Mark's with us. You think of these fights that we're going to make down the road. They're going to be exciting fights, meaningful fights, and there's a lot going to be on the line each time with them.
You like the sound of that, Sam? Big fights down the road?
Big fights, big money.
And they'll earn money.
Big fights, big money. Sign me up.
OK, Sam Noakes is signed up for December 2nd. Glad to hear it. Let's keep things moving with the man just sat here to my right. A brand new signing for Queensberry, the one and only Gavin Gwyneee. It's announced today you've got a big fight. You're going for that European title against Marsili. Tell us your thoughts heading into this one.
Yeah, I'm just happy to get signed up by Frank and obviously Queensberry. I just want to thank them. So I got a plan going forward, and this was one of the fights I wanted, and they done the job straight away. So I'm over the moon. Yeah.
What do you make of your opponent? Because I was looking at him, and he's an older gentleman, but no, he hasn't been beaten in 20 years.
Yeah, he's a well-seasoned guy.
From an older gentleman.
No, absolutely nothing, Frank. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I think he's kicking on a bit, but obviously he got that experience. He's boxed at the championship level for I don't know how many years, but a few years, isn't it? So few years, and he's been European champion twice. I'm sure he was in line to box for the WBC title as well, so he's boxed at a very high level, but I'm going to be too young, too strong, too relentless. I'm going to do a demolition job on the second, yeah.
Let's bring in Frank here. Frank, brand new Queensberry signing and straight into a big fight.
Yeah, you know, it's a tough fight. You know, it's a good fight, and I think Gavin's got the tools to do it. You know, we're delighted that he's come on board. He's managed by Lee Eaton, who's done a fantastic job. And I'm thrilled. As I say, this makes up for us, makes it easier for us to make the bigger fights, and it's not the end of the world if somebody loses them. You know, never be put off by that. But whoever comes through at the end is going to be in a great position, and they're going to get a shot at the world title, and I think they're capable of winning it.
Gavin Gwyneee, British and European champion. How would that sound?
It's got a good ring to it, and yeah, I like that.
Commonwealth.
And I'm gonna go on and win this title and push on for world honours, I think, as well. Like when I turned over, my dream was to win the British title. Now I've done that, I want to dream a bit higher and get our European title and push on for world honours. Yeah.
I remember heading into the Craig Woodruff rematch, you said something about you don't think that anyone at your weight can actually stand and have it out with you.
No, they can't. I was saying to Liam on the way up, yeah, like welterweight struggle to stay in the ring for me the more than 6 rounds, so lightweights haven't got a chance, no.
So you got too much for Marsili?
Yeah, I think it's just going to be too much. Obviously, I'm not going to be reckless in there. I know he's a well-seasoned guy, but I just think I'm too big, too strong, too relentless, and there's no losing me on the second, yeah.
Just out of interest, are you too big, too strong, too relentless for Sam Noakes?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that. Come on, Gavin. I thought we were playing nicely, mate.
The tables are going to go flying now.
I don't know. Listen, I'll give you a due. You've earned your position.
Yeah.
And obviously you are a very relentless, strong guy, but listen, I'm going to come up. You might be too old for you, old Italian matey peeps, but then you might be too old for me. I might be the young, fresh one coming through there. So,
yeah, well, I'm obviously past where Sam is going now, so I'm pushing on and looking for them bigger titles, but obviously further on down the line, if me and Sam get it on, it's going to be a good fight.
Oh, mate, it'd be an unbelievable fight, wouldn't it? The fans will love that. I'll tell you what, Dev, you love it, didn't you? You said it once, I thought, you know what? I ain't going to say, Gav's talking, I'll give him his due, and then Dev comes out, as he's doing it, he's looking over at me, and you love it.
We both come forward fighters, letting our hands go, but
it would be an unbelievable
and we can
fight.
put it on
definitely.
in the phone box round the corner.
Yeah, I don't want no big rings. I don't like no big rings, mate.
Perfect. Great chat. Gavin, very much looking forward to your Queensberry debut, December 2nd. Big fight for you, big opportunity. Thanks, Sam, for your chat there as well.
I'm just happy to be here, Dev.
Let's move on to the main event on December 2nd, a mouth-watering middleweight clash between Liam Williams and Hamzah Sheeraz. And Liam, I'm gonna start with you. I'm gonna bring you in here. Great to have you back on a Queensberry show. You know, you've been on so many over the years. How does it feel to be back, and how do you feel about this fight with Hamzah Sheeraz, where you're in the away corner?
Yeah, it's good to be back, mate. Thanks for having me. Grateful for the opportunity and being back on, you know. Hamzah's obviously a very good fighter. Tall, rangy, good boxer. He can bang. He can do a bit of everything. So I'm excited for this fight. It's the type of fight I need to really get me up for it and, you know, get the blood flowing. So, yeah, I'm just excited to be here. It's going to be a great fight for anybody watching. And, yeah, I'm excited. That's all there is to it.
Hamzah Sheeraz has said, as part of the quotes that went out when this fight got announced, that this is a great fight for me at this stage in my career. Do you agree?
No. That's why I'm here, because I definitely don't agree with that. They think it's going to go one way. I think it's going to go another. No, so to answer your question, I disagree with that.
All right, well, let's bring in Hamzah Sheeraz. You are the WBC silver champion. You are the Commonwealth champion. This is seen by many as the step-up fight right now in your career against a man who has had belts that you've got, a man who tore through the middleweight division at one time. Are you treating this as your step-up fight?
First of all, I'd just like to thank Liam Allah for allowing us to be here today. I'd like to thank Frank my team, Andy, TNT. And yeah, listen, it's got the ingredients to be a very explosive fight for sure. Liam's proven, he's pretty proven in the sport. I'm still yet to prove myself, and come December the 2nd, I'll get the opportunity to do exactly that.
Why is this the right fight for you at the right time?
Because everyone knows who he is. Everyone knows who he is. He's fought, I don't need to say his CV, everyone knows what he's done. And he's a knockout artist as well. So what happens when you put two knockout artists in the same ring? You get a good fight, you get a great fight, and that's what we're going to expect.
You get a masterpiece.
There you go.
That's what you get.
Liam, let me ask you this, and we spoke about it briefly. He seems to be in the position that you were in. He's Young Boxer of the Year last year. You were Young Boxer of the Year in 2016. He's the super welterweight that moved up to middleweight and started banging everyone out, same as what you were doing as well. Are you feeling that he is sort of the guy that you were? Are you seeing it as that?
No, you know, he's just his own man and his own path, and but he's obviously an exciting fighter. I give him that. Fair play to him. He's doing really well. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to taking on the challenge. They obviously think this is the right moment for him. I believe otherwise. I've still got so much more to offer, and I think I'm going to upset the plans. You know, with respect, I just feel like I might have a little bit too much left still.
Hamzah, you've actually been on the same card as Liam Williams a couple of times over the years, different stages of your career.
Yeah.
What did you make of him back then?
You know, I remember going to the Warrington, I think it was Warrington and Carl Frampton fight. I think he was on the undercard, and he fought. I remember I had a seat in the gods, and he fought Heffron. He fought Mark Heffron, and I remember saying it was a good performance, and it's quite surreal. You know, you're tweeting about someone, and then next thing you know, you're fighting them. That's how you know you're progressing in this sport. But yeah, like I said, I'm just cherishing everything. I'm grateful for the opportunity. You know what I mean? Being a kid, it's almost your dream to be up there main eventing. You know what I mean? Main eventing, and like I said, I'm just cherishing every opportunity I get.
Are you seeing this at all similar, Liam, to the Mark Heffron fight? Mark Heffron was the fighter coming up, unbeaten, getting a lot of love, getting a lot of hype, and you actually upset the hype train that night. Do you see it similar at all, Liam?
Do you know what? I didn't even know you were speaking to me then. I was just not taking any notice because I just assumed you were speaking to him, and I was just chilling back. But,
is it like the Heffron fight?
But yeah, he's the fighter on the good run, and I'm here to upset the apple cart and put an end to it, and take off and take his position, so to speak. I need these type of fights where people think I'm going to come in and get smoked and get knocked out, whatever, and they're the fights that make me, they really get me going and get the blood pumping. So I'm excited. I know he's going to bring a very good fight, and I'm going to bring my all as well.
Hamzah, there was a social media exchange. We touched upon it back there where we had a little chat. My understanding is you tweeted him or he tweeted you, and Liam Williams ended up saying, this was a couple of years ago, that you're not on his level, but you can come and spar him if you like. What do you remember from this exchange?
I can't remember what it was about. I can't remember what it was about exactly, but yeah, I just remember that saying he won't be on my level. And to be fair, at the time I wasn't, because I was like, 6-0, 7-0.
Exactly what I said as well. At that time, he wasn't near my level. And,
Yeah, no, at the time, but listen, it's fun. Yeah, exactly. It's funny how boxing works. We're sharing the ring December the 2nd, and as for now, we're on the same level, and I'm yet to prove that I'm that kid coming through, and I'll be victorious on the night.
Liam, has he bitten off more than he can chew?
I believe so, mate. Obviously, from my point of view, that is the case. But if you ask him that same question, he's going to say the same thing. Every fighter's got to believe in themselves and think they're going to have that bit too much. But yes, it's going to be very exciting. I know we're both going to bring that fire, and we're going to bring some excitement, and the fans are going to be in for a treat, that's for sure.
Hamzah, every time you've had a step up, really you've passed it with flying colours. The last one was, in Poland on away soil, an Olympian, unbeaten Olympian, and you got him out of there in 2 rounds. Do you think this could be a 2-round job or a quick fight?
I'd like to hope so. I'd like to hope so for sure. But listen, I've got to prepare for the best version of him. You know what I mean? I've got to prepare for the best version of him, and just concentrate on getting the job done. It's as simple as that. Just concentrate on getting the job done. Going in there, enjoying myself, just like I have been doing. Because you know, when you go in the ring and you look to knock someone out, it never comes, and you don't get flowing, and you get all tight and whatnot. So, hopefully be another play in the same that I had in Poland.
Frank, let's bring you in here. A mouth-watering middleweight clash, and from your perspective, why is this the right fight at the right time to make?
Well, Hamzah's been tested, and this is another massive test for him against a world quality, world ranked boxer in Liam, and we all know Liam. And I think I agree with what Hamzah has said. That's why the fight's made, because people know Liam, and Liam's obviously got other ideas, and he's told me that's what's in the door. So it's going to be, I think it's just going to be a cracking fight, and we're going to see on the night. And these are the fights that tell you about prospects. These are the fights that tell you about what's left in the tank for guys who've been there. And it will be a fight. It will be a really good quality fight. There is no doubt about that. No doubt about it.
Liam, let me ask you this. Do you feel people are reading too much into your fight with Chris Eubank Jr.?
Yeah, that's very possible. That obviously anybody could see that fight and see that I wasn't at my best. I don't need to make excuses. That the performance spoke for itself. It was a shit performance, to be honest with you. And it is what it is. I accept it, took the loss like a man, and we move on. And it's down to me now to prove that I'm back where I belong, and I deserve to be here. So that's why we are here.
What do you think when you look over at your old belt over there?
I think it's quite possibly going to be back with me on the night of the 2nd, but again, we could both go back and forth and do this all night, can we, and all day. He thinks he's going to win. I'm thinking there's only one way to find out, and that's why we're getting on December the 2nd to find out, who the guy is.
Well, as we sit here today, let's close off, Liam, with your fight prediction. December 2nd. What's going to happen? You first, Liam Williams.
I just predict, I'm going to win. Every fighter believes in himself, so do I, more than most. And it's going to be a quality night, quality fight. Need to tune in, but I believe I'm coming away victorious.
Hamzah Sheeraz, why do you beat Liam Williams?
I just feel the time is now for me. I feel the time is now, and we can guarantee a great fight and a Hamzah Sheeraz win. I won't say how, but definitely a win for myself.
All right, Frank, let's close up with yourself. Another brilliant show, December 2nd, TNT Sports. It's one the fans can be very excited about.
It is, and the fans will be the winners. They'll be the winners on the night, because it's going to be a great night of action. Christmas cracker.
Well, there you have it, a Christmas cracker coming up December 2nd, live on TNT Sports. What a fight, what a show. We can't wait for it. Thanks for joining us. We'll do some face-offs down the front here.
Thank you, and I apologise again for being late. Apologies. Right, let's do photos and you hit the road.
There's only one face-off. Don't want more from me, do you, Dev? You don't want more from me, do you? You and your shit stirring. Me and my mate Gav gonna smash your face in. I mean, that's the worst.
You know, I didn't click on when I was speaking.
No, I thought he was. I thought you were talking to Hamzah. A few little tips for you, Dev. I'll tell you how to do it. Make it clear and all that.
First time I called the guests queuing up, the camera's not ready.
I normally avoid these. No. I'll get on him after the weigh-in. No.
This will be us here.
What are we saying there, yeah? Bringing in Dev.
Well, I'm delighted to be joined by this man here who's clearly making me a little bit nervous. Liam, the Machine Williams. Actually, that's quite a tame press conference, mate. You're not wanting to kick off with him.
Yeah, mate. Going from a lot of my past press conferences, it was quite light-hearted one, and it was quite easy going.
Why?
But, I don't know. I'm just enjoying the ride at the moment, Dev. I'm happy to be back for one. Hamzah, he seems like a sound guy. He doesn't give me anything to really get my hair off about. You know, he seems respectful himself, and yeah, just happy to be here.
Is that fire still there? Is that edge still there?
Yeah, mate, it's definitely still there. Maybe these days I'm getting a bit wiser, and it just takes a little bit more to bring him out.
Mm-hmm.
But the fire's still there, and it's actually a good thing that he's not coming out so often.
It's going to come out on December 2nd, huh?
Yeah, of course.
You just faced off with him. Big guy, right?
Yeah, he's big, but you know, I've seen bigger, I've fought bigger. It's nothing new to me, really. It's all the same.
Do you think he's got the strength to keep you off?
No, he's got a lot of size. He's got reach. We spoke earlier. He obviously carries a bit of punch power, but in terms of physical strength, being his size and build, if the fight comes to the point where it starts to get physical, I don't think he's going to be able to keep me off. I know he's not going to be able to. I'm looking at him, and he just hasn't got what it takes.
Have you seen anything in his recent fights or anything like that to give you that extra kind of confidence, or are you more, you know what you're about and you know that you can stick it on him sort of thing?
Yeah, I know what I'm about. I know I can stick it on him. Also, on top of that, I've seen some of his fights, and to be honest, there's nothing which stands out like, yeah, he's not so good at this. Nothing stands out that thinks he's really open there or he's really open there. There's just little things, things you can set him up for, certain shots which will work on him. But just like anybody, I'm sure he's looking at me and thinking exactly the same thing. So it's down to us to put it into action and make it happen on fight night.
When you were, rampaging through the middleweight division, when you were with Queensberry, working your way up to that mandatory position, I'd always ask you before a fight, how's this going to go? What's going to happen? And you'd always say, I'm going to smash him to bits. Is it a similar sort of vibe this time?
Yeah, well, of course, if I'm being honest with you, I go into every fight with that kind of attitude. If I can hurt you, I'm going to hurt you. If I'm not going to, I'm going to. It's never like... I always go in there with bad intentions. But you know, at this stage, we're 7.5 weeks away. What's the point in wasting all that energy, getting angry and wound up? And who cares? As long as I bring that on December the 2nd, then he's going to be in for a shock, and the upset's going to be on the cards.
What do you think people will be saying on December 2nd about Liam Williams after the fight?
The machine is back.
Let me keep you for a final one. Hold on, you had something more to say. Come on, machine is back. Come on.
It's gone.
Oh, the moment's gone. All right, before I let you go, there's another fight in your division. Nathan Heaney, Denzel Bentley. I'm keen to hear the Liam Williams kind of breakdown of that.
I don't know, to be honest with you. I think I like Heaney. I've spoke to him quite a bit. I've actually sparred him in the past. I speak to him every now and again on like social media and stuff. Not really like the best of friends. We get on, but he's a nice guy, you know, and I wish him all the best. But then again, I've not got anything against Bentley either. So may the best man win, and hopefully they both come out there healthy and go home with their families. That's all that matters.
Very mature breakdown there.
Thank
Look at you,
I've
Liam Williams.
I've grown up, yeah.
Come on. Okay, Liam, thank you so much. Great speaking to you. Great to have you back on the Queensberry show. I'll take the mic off you. We'll do that.
Pleasure as always, mate.
And
Pleasure.
there we go. Liam Williams back in action. December 2nd, Hamzah Sheeraz. And look at this. Here he is.
Straight up.
Brand new Queensberry signing. Yeah.
No, he's...
Yeah. Huh?
You're waiting for me, but...
No, you should wait. You should wait around. Gav, welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome. How does it feel? Do you enjoy the press?
It's good to be it's co-main event as well.
Yeah.
First show boxing for a European title. It's what dreams are made of, really, isn't it?
It doesn't really get much better than that, does
No,
it?
it doesn't. No.
There was a little bit of something going on with Sam
That's
Noakes
you
up there as
stirring
well.
the pot.
Come
That's
on.
you stirring the pot. Obviously,
Future fight, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a future fight. Look, Sam's just coming up through the ranks now. I'm a higher level, so
Yeah.
he's got to obviously prove himself. But that's a fight down the line, and it'd be an exciting fight as well.
Yeah, of course. Look, you've got Marceli in front
Yeah,
of you, who
yeah.
is unbeaten in 20 years.
Yeah,
So,
I got a hard task myself on the 2nd December, and obviously Sam's got to do a job himself as well. But obviously, I'm looking on to push on and win the European title and push on for world honours. Yeah.
what is it that you think you've got? Because I'd imagine every guy that faces Marceli
Yeah.
probably says, well, I'm going to be too young, I'm going to be too fresh for him, I'll get him out of there. Is it the same sort of thing here, or have you got something different to get him out of there?
Well, do you know what? I think it's just something built in me, and I always go into fights thinking I'm going to win and going to do it this way, going to do it that way. But the last couple of fights, I've been so confident in my ability, whereas I can either stand there and have a go at them, or I can box as well. But I don't. No one very rarely sees it only in sparring, but. To be honest with you, I just get bored, but I can box. So if I want to outbox him for 12 rounds, I will. If I want to stop him, I'll get the stoppage as well.
Do you feel at the peak of your powers right now?
Yeah, I do. I think I'm only now coming into my prime. Obviously, I'm 33, but I've only boxed for 12 years. So look what I've done in 12 years. It's an accomplishment in itself. So I think I've got my best years ahead of me yet, yeah.
You had Frank up there as well. I
Yeah.
assume you've met him before.
Yeah,
but
I've met him before, yeah.
Enjoy the experience now being part of the Queensberry kind of
Yeah,
setup?
that's it. It's good being part of the banner and having that plan going forward. Obviously, I've never had that before, so it's a bit of I don't know, like whereas before I didn't have no one looking after me, whereas now Queensberry are going to look after me, and I know where I'm going in the next 2 years, so to speak. Yeah.
One final one. Give me your very biased breakdown of Liam Williams against Hamzah Sheeraz.
Honest opinion.
Come on.
I think it'll be first couple of rounds. It'll be tentative. They'll be looking at each other, what they're going to do. Obviously, Sheeraz has got a very long jab. I think he's going to use that well the first couple of rounds, but I honestly believe Liam gets to him maybe 7-8 rounds and possibly get the knockout as well. I think the best of Liam is yet to come. Like I've seen him training and seen how hard he works. Like and he's only 27. People are talking about him like he's past it. He's not. Like he's probably at the peak as well himself.
All right. Great having you. Really
Thank you
looking
for
forward
having
to
me
your first fight. And
Yeah.
I think you're actually going to give the mic to Sam Noakes. Is this
Oh,
what's going on here? What's going on here?
No, it ain't. You're lying. It ain't
Look at this. Is this a passing of the torch here? What's going on here?
Passing it down to
Just don't hurt me. It's all right.
Sam Noakes, welcome. Great to. You left him hanging.
Oh
as
no,
well.
I didn't leave
Hope
him
we filmed
hanging. I
that.
was looking
Hope
at
we
you. I
filmed
wouldn't
that.
do that.
Oh.
Wouldn't do that to you, Gav. Wouldn't do
Goodness
it, mate.
me. Sam Noakes, you're back. You know, you had the heartbreak of losing out on the last fight. Your opponent pulled out, but you've got your date. Don't know who you're fighting next, but I'd imagine you think you're going to knock them out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, depending on who they put in front of me, but I'd like to think that I'm going to knock him out.
What if it was Gavin Gwyneee they put in front of you?
Well, still, result stays the same, mate.
Ooh, said it.
Don't say it too loud. But, no, I mean, obviously, yeah, if the other week was rubbish, but we're over it now.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on the second, and then, just get the job done, hopefully.
Well, look,
Trying to sound a bit more enthusiastic about being here.
yeah,
But,
come on, no, look.
you know, it's been a long day for me, Devon. Look at the state of me. Look, I come straight from work. Off the train here, look, straight here. And
Just
then
remind
obviously-
everyone what you do for work.
I'll
as
do a
well.
little bit of everything. I'm going to say that today that we were plumbing with 1, 2, 3 plumb.
Well
But to be honest, I'm glorified labourer. I'm on the broom, mate. You will need that sweep up. I'll sweep that up for you. Don't worry about that. Just like to keep busy, to be honest.
The man is you're just a constant grafter.
You know what it is? It's like one of my best pals is there. It's a good laugh.
Yeah.
I'm done by the time training time. I've got nothing else to do. Might as well keep busy, and you don't know. Might not. Don't know what's going to happen in December. Imagine if the same thing happens twice.
Well, let's
Be a bleak Christmas in the Noakes household, Deb.
let's hope not. Let's hope
No,
not.
it ain't going to happen not two on the bounce, mate. No way.
Listen, if I start asking Gavin Gwyneee about you, obviously he's going to say, like, I've got Marsili, I've got European title, I'm going this way, right? As it stands, you haven't got an opponent lined up, so you can actually talk about this guy, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Come
obviously,
on.
like, listen, Gavin's tested. He's been in there. He's some tough fights. As I said to him, I said, you're like, he's one tough fighter, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, he just don't stop coming, keeps coming. But I mean, I've always said from day one, I don't like people that move and I have to go look for. So, as I said, it'd be absolute fireworks. I know you're explosive, all that all the time. But to be fair, that fight would actually be two people just colliding in the middle. There wouldn't be a backing step. As Frank said, you'd only need a phone box. You wouldn't need a big ring. But I mean, as I said, I'm ready when them fights come. I said he's earned his number 2 spot in the country. He's a little bit ahead, and I'll give him his dues. Do you know what I mean? He's got his contract and that. I wish him nothing but the best, and I reckon he's going to win come to December the 2nd.
We went through the box rep rankings up there, right? And they got you at number 5. They got him at number 2, I think. But they got Mark Chamberlain above you. Do you agree with that? Is he ahead of you?
I don't think he's ahead of me.
No?
I mean, honestly, you think I ain't fought since April, and I'm still number 5. I don't. In box recs, you move up and down anyway. But as I said, I think hands down, Gwyn's a tougher fight than Chamberlain. Without a doubt, I'd be more welcome to fight Chamberlain whenever. Do you know what I'm saying? Gwyn is a little bit ahead. I'll give him, like, put my hands up. I'm not saying running scared or whatever, but it would be a harder fight. If you put the two in front of me, I'll pick Chamberlain every day of the week. Do you know what I mean?
Is Chamberlain a hard fight?
I don't think so, no. I think if you can avoid that left hand, I don't think he really offers a lot. Like, he's not that strong. Do you know what I mean?
Not impressed?
I'm not unimpressed. Do you know what I mean? The geezer's still a good fight. He's still at 12-0 undefeated. Had probably better knockouts on the highlight reel than I have, Dev. But when you look at things and you dissect them yourself, I know what I bring to the table. And will he live with me strength-wise? No.
Will anyone live with you strength-wise?
I hope not.
Sam, I know you want to get off. You're probably going to go back to doing
I need a
whatever-
wash, Dev.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
I was
going to
say.
wash.
I was going to say,
if
mate.
I pull that little sock down, look, all the dirt line, mate.
Goodness
It's
me.
not good, boys. It's not
Goodness
good.
me. Not dirty fighter though, are you? No.
Maybe a little
No,
bit.
no.
Maybe a little
Sam
bit.
Noakes, brilliant having you. Thank you very much. Let's do a passing of the torch here. Let's bring in the Omen Raven Chapman.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks, Dev. How are you?
I'm good. Another press conference. I was
Yeah.
trying to stir it up, but your opponent isn't here.
No.
We don't know who that is yet.
Not yet.
Do you want a
Not
proper
yet.
fight?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to get dragged into deep water? Do you want some later rounds, or do you prefer a stoppage? What do you want?
Both.
Yeah. Okay.
Have a bit of both. Get the best of both worlds. Obviously, I want that next step up now on that tougher challenge. I want to be gunning for the top dogs at the minute, and that's what I want. And hopefully, we can find someone where we can push for that next. And we'll see what weight that will be at.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting. You've got to go where the opportunities are at the moment, I think.
You've just dropped something in there. You said we'll see what weight that is. Are you thinking about going up? You thinking about going down? What can you do?
I would do both.
Yeah.
If that's where the opportunity is, that's where it is. We just have to see what happens. just have to see what happens, and like I say, wherever that opportunity is, I'll be there and I'll be knocking at the door.
Well, let's bring in Hall of Fame boxing promoter Frank Warren. Frank, please jump in. Thank you for joining us. I did see that.
Nearly ran to help you up.
Frank, firstly, Raven Chapman. I mean, she's doing incredibly well, isn't she? You must be so.
Queensberry.
You must be pleased.
I'm absolutely pleased. Look, it's taken me a long time to get into the groove with women's boxing, and I've got to tell you something. She's done it. She's, we love her
Thank
there,
you.
and she's opened the door at Queensberry for a lot of other real good, talented young ladies.
Raven, are you happy sharing the stage with Hannah Rankin, Christine O'Hara? Are you going to be all right with this?
Sure.
They're the ladies in waiting.
Yeah. That's it. Like Frank says, it's amazing that I've opened those doors and created these opportunities for these other talented fighters that are coming through, and that's what we're going to see in Manchester. Another real talented female fighter come through and hopefully gain that world title. So it's what it's for. It's why I wanted to be here, and the fact that I'm the one that could change your mind. And like I say, I love Queensberry, I love Frank, I love all the boys, and I couldn't be anywhere else that would be better than this.
It's brilliant. Well, Raven, we'll let you go. I'm going to keep Frank for a quick word, but if you give your mic over there, we can't wait for your return December 2nd. Frank, Hamzah Sheeraz, Liam Williams. What did you make of the press conference? It seemed quite respectful.
Well, I think there's a mutual respect there. Liam knows he's in with a real tough, strong, talented, up-and-coming young boxer, and Hamzah knows he's in with a veteran who's got good credentials and will be a test for him. And
it feels like, I mentioned it there, it feels like Hamzah is where Liam Williams was.
Exactly.
I mentioned that thing about former Boxer of the Year. Do you see that?
Yeah, it is, and you got that right, mate. You've done your research.
I have.
Yeah,
I have a little bit.
Yeah, no, you're right. And look, we've got great expectations of Hamzah. In his last fight out in Record in Poland on the undercard of Daniel Dubois and Usyk, it was a magnificent performance. Undefeated fighter. Olympian, done an absolute job on him. I mean, a phenomenal job. So this time round, he's in with somebody in this country that everybody knows in boxing, and in the trade, everyone knows this is going to be a good fight. And I think people outside of being in the trade are going to really enjoy it.
We're just going to move you over a little bit here to just get more in shot. But you are very much in the Hamzah Sheeraz business. You were in the Liam Williams business, but very much the Hamzah Sheeraz man. He's your man, right, that you're guiding to the top of the division. So you've seen Liam Williams there, and do you feel as though it's the right time, or what makes you think it's the right time for Hamzah?
You pick fights. Boxing's about timing. The most perfect punch is about the timing, and the best matches are about timing. Sometimes you get it right. I like to think we get it right more than we get it wrong. We will find out. We will find out. I've got a lot of faith in him, but it's not an easy fight, not by any stretch of the imagination.
No, he talks about the Eubank fight. He says he probably shouldn't have been in the ring in that fight. He had a lot of stuff going on, and I guess fighters say this.
He's got a lot to prove.
Yeah,
he's got a lot to prove. I mean, that's what he's saying. On the night, people are going to be looking to see what that he backs up what he says.
Gavin Gwyneee. New Queensberry signing.
Yeah.
I mean, European title fight. It's not bad for his first fight, is it?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, he's, he deserves it. He's done extremely well, and and we got some, exceptional young talent at that weight. So we've got some good fights we can make if he comes for it. And I think he will do.
They had a bit of fun up there, Sam Noakes and Gavin Gwyneee.
Yeah, Sam's a lovely fella. I mean, Sam and Mark, both tremendous fellas. Really, really good guys. And they're going to have a big fight down the road, there's no doubt about it. But Sam has done everything that's been asked of him, all KOs. And he's got, in some ways, he's Commonwealth champion, but he's gone a little bit under the radar. I mean, his performances have been excellent.
It's like he's waiting for that breakout fight
he's had breakout knockouts. Mm-hmm. There's no doubt about that. He can whack. And, he's exciting. He's well supported. So I'm looking forward to seeing him in action on the undercard.
All right. Well, look, we didn't grab you yesterday, so just a quick word on the Magnificent 7 show coming up November 18th. You've got another middleweight cracking fight, Nathan Heaney against Denzel Bentley.
Yeah.
How are you seeing this fight? And I guess from the Nathan Heaney perspective, everyone's saying that it's his dream to fight for the British title at Stoke. He's got half of that dream, and Denzel Bentley's here to ruin his dreams, it looks like.
Well, we couldn't go to Stoke. We tried to make the fight, as you know, over the summer, but we couldn't get to Stoke's ground because they had work going on there, and we were talking about they said come back next year, we may be able to do it then, But, he wants his dream. He wants his dream fight. Nathan, I promised it to him, and he's desperate for it, so he's got it. It's a tough fight. It's a tough fight for him. He's very well supported. The atmosphere is going to be unbelievable. Denzel's a quality fighter. People underestimate Nathan. When you look at him, everything he's done in the ring, he's looked much better in each fight. So it's going to be very interesting to see, can he step up? Can he step up another level? He really does feel he can. One thing's for sure of him, he's going to, that heart is going to be there, and he's going to make sure he gives everything. But Denzel's a world-class fighter, as he showed in his attempt to win a world title. Very unlucky not to get it. I think he just got his tactics wrong in the first 4 rounds. Otherwise, he'd have had those belts around him, and Nathan would have been fighting for a world title.
Well, look, I mentioned BoxRec rankings up there as well. I do have a look, and you can't always go by them, but currently the number one in Britain and actually in the world, according to BoxRec, is Chris Eubank Jr. Would you stick your Denzel Bentley, Nathan Heaney, and of course Hamzah Sheeraz? Would you put them in with Eubank Jr.?
In a heartbeat.
How will they get on?
They'd win. I don't take nothing away from Chris Eubank's fight against Liam. I mean, Liam Smith, I thought Liam Smith was... I was actually quite disappointed, but he looked like an old man. He just looked like an old man. And that was it. I thought he'd do the same things he'd done in the first fight, but he just looked like an old man. But Chris done what he had to do. But there's some good fights. It's a real sexy division at the moment, and there's some great fights to be made.
A couple more before I let you go. Again, that Magnificent Seven show. Nick Ball, Isaac Dogboe. I mean, goodness me. Talk to me about this fight.
Well, it's a final elimination for BC's title. It's again, I keep using the expression cracking, but it's a cracking fight. Isaac Dogboe's a former world champion. He's been in some really, really good fights. This is a tough test. It's a big step up for Nick, who's done everything that's asked him. I think he's about 14-0 at the moment. Mm-hmm. Everything he's been asked him, he's done. He's an exciting fighter, and he's a much better fighter than people would give him credit for, or I feel would give him credit for. He's very hard to hit. He's got good defence, and he's very fast. He's got great footwork and his fast hands. So I'm looking forward to this fight. This fight could be the making of him.
It's that one. It's that breakout fight, isn't it?
That's it. That's the one. Yeah.
Ryan Garner against Anthony Kakachi. That feels to me like world-class fighter against world-class prospect. Do you think?
That's well summed up. Young Dev, top of the class. It's well summed up. That's a good fight. It is a good fight. Mm-hmm. Look, the card's a great fight. A great fight card. You can look at it and say to yourself, that's a 50-50, that's a 50-50, it might be 60-40, but they're good fights. They all could be top of the bills respectively. And if you're a boxing fan, it doesn't get any better than that. That's a proper fight card, like the one we did many years ago.
Final word on Hamzah Sheeraz. Now, this is another guy who didn't do an awful lot as an amateur, turned pro, quite young, but he's turning into quite the monster at middleweight as well. How has this happened, Frank? How did you find him as well?
Look, I've had a few guys over the years who've not done any. When you say done anything amateur, not won Olympics. Joe Kawasaki didn't go to the Olympic Games. Naz didn't go to Olympic Games. Ricky Hatton didn't. They won. They were very good amateurs, but didn't win anything at top level. Look at Anthony Yard. He only had 12 fights. There is lots of good talent out there, and what they need a platform and somebody to get behind them. And I really enjoy doing that with guys who people are not heard of, because it's a bit of a challenge for us as well to guide them and develop in the right way. And it pays off. It's paid off time and time again. And I really, as I say, I've got a lot of time for Hamzah. He's a consummate professional. Team around him done a really good job. He's gone off and trains, goes into camp in America, spends a lot of money on his own money on training and preparing for fights. And that will come back in spades for him if and when he wins a world title, because all what he's put into it up to as yet has shown in all these fights, the desire, the skills that he's got, the power that he's got, and the way he conducts himself. He's just a really nice guy. He's a great advert for British boxing.
And how's his fight with Liam Williams going to go?
It depends how Liam fights on the night, and it depends if Hamzah can control the fight. We will see. we will see is that, you know, listen, Liam can whack. He's had more knockouts than Hamzah's had fights. It's going to be an interesting fight.
It's going to be very interesting. Thank you so much, Frank.
It's a pleasure.
And thank you for joining us today. We've had a wonderful press conference here. December 2nd, we are back. The main event, do not miss this, a mouth-watering middleweight clash. Hamzah Sheeraz against Liam Williams. Thanks for joining us.